Hello everybody, this is Dragonzilla1991 here, and tonight, depending on what time it is when you are watching this video, the review will be on the Safari Limited Ichthyosaurus. Now Ichthyosaurus wasn't an actual dinosaur itself, but it's still nonetheless a famous and recognisable prehistoric animal, and on first sight it may appear to look like a hybrid mixed between a dolphin and a fish. However, it was actually a marine reptile. In fact, the name Ichthyosaurus means fish reptile. Ichthyosaurus was one of the earliest animals to be identified in the Victorian era, and it was discovered by a young girl named Mary Ann, who also found the fossilised remains from Plesiosaurs and pterosaurs. In fact, because of her discoveries, she has been called the Princess of Palaeontology. Ichthyosaurus was originally depicted as a sea dragon that would devour small plesiosaurs, and was also capable at hauling themselves onto dry land like modern-day sea turtles. We can see this demonstration at the Crystal Palace Park in London. Of course, none of this is true, because Ichthyosaurus looked absolutely nothing like a sea dragon in reality, and it couldn't climb onto dry land. And if the animal did leave the water, it's possible that it probably would have become dehydrated in the warm Jurassic sun and die, and it mainly ate fish and squid, not juvenile plesiosaurs, as seen in those old outdated Victorian drawings. So, onto the figure itself. Now this model, I believe, was originally released in 2020, and it's basically an upgraded version of the old Carnegie figure from back in the day, albeit she lacks the Avenite in her snout. The first thing that you'll be quick to notice with this particular model is that her colour scheme appears to match that of an orca killer whale, that being mostly black and white, which would actually make sense, because like other marine animals, the tops would match the lower seafloor, and the underbellies would match the surface. So naturally, Ichthyosaurus may have been camouflaged in order to hide from predators, or in the case for the carnivores, vice versa. Her eyes are huge, but these animals did have large eyes, and this was so that they could see their popular prey items in the dark. With these eyes, I believe that Ichthyosaurus could only see the world in black and white. I don't really honestly know, because I don't know how eye practice works, and also she has gold painted around them, just so that the figure doesn't look too dull. With Ichthyosaurus being only an aquatic marine reptile, the skin will be smooth, and I know that some marine reptiles did have scales, whether they be extinct sea turtles or extinct pliosaurs. But being streamlined creatures, they needed smooth skin in order to acquire a speedy form of locomotion, and the pose shows her having a carved swim, so nothing too dramatic. The dorsal thing is also nice, however from what I've heard, it was actually kinda short, where on the model it's long, but it still looks nice nonetheless. My favourite prehistoric marine reptile in general is the Pleurodon, however Ichthyosaurus will be second, and this figure may have been released a few years ago, back in 2020, and in my opinion has really captures the animal's likeness fantastically well, aside from the dorsal thing, but the rest of it is fine. It's size comparison's time now, so let's compare the Ichthyosaurus with some other Jurassic marine reptiles, such as the Plesiosaurus, as well as the collector Attenborosaurus. She also looks good with the toy-way walking with dinosaurs Ophthalmosaurus, as well as the old school Invicta Ichthyosaurus. I meant to show her off with some other Ichthyosaurid models that I have in the collection, as well as the toy-way walking with dinosaurs like Pleurodon, but I forgot to dig those out, so maybe when we review them in the future, you'll see her with them. So what are my final thoughts on the Safari Limited Ichthyosaurus? Despite this model being released during the pandemic, I really do love this figure. It's definitely one of Safari's best prehistoric marine reptile figures, and you'll definitely get a lot of enjoyment out of her, especially if you're a massive Ichthyosaur fan, or just an enthusiast on Jurassic marine reptiles in general. This is Dragonzilla1991 signing out. Take care, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.